There are a lot of zombie survival horror games. Resident Evil, Dead Rising, The Last of Us, but none of those games come closer to giving you the feeling of dread that Dying Light gives. Oh yeah, baby, we're talking about Dying Light. Specifically, Dying Light the Beast. Dying Light the Beast is the third installment in Dying Light series. Well, fourth if you count the weird Battle Royale. This game, The Beast, follows the story of Kyle Crane, who is a returning protagonist. And man, I do love Kyle Crane. I feel like Kyle is one of the most human characters and his voice is very smoothing. I do like his voice.
This is Echo 7, over.
We caught the freaks who attacked the patrol. Where have you been?
I was taking a dump.
Fuck, whatever. Rendezvous at Checkpoint Delta.
Where?
The pig farm. We're taking the prisoners back to the palace.
Copy that. See you soon, dumbass.
And after finishing this new game, I can proudly say that I need more Kyle Crane. I want Kyle to read me bedtime stories. I want him to cradle me to sleep. A goo goo gaga. I need my Kyle Crane. Okay. I think I should give you some context what Dying Light is all about. Dying Light is a zombie survival horror game that takes place in the city of Haran, which is in Turkey. You know, the country where people really like to play with ice cream. Haran had a virus outbreak which turns people into zombies. The virus was eventually given the name the Haran virus, and the whole city of Haran was shut off and quarantined from the rest of the world. Enter our bad guy. Global Relief Effort, or GRE for short, is a humanitarian relief organization whose aim is to weaponize the virus, which sounds a lot like a certain other evil corporation.
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella.
The only way the remaining survivors of Haran can survive is by the supplies that GRE airdrops, specifically Antizin, which is a suppressant against the virus. A suppressant, not a cure or a vaccine. All it does is hold back the virus. You'll still turn into a zombie eventually. Kyle Crane, our protagonist, is airdropped into Haran by the GRE to recover a file from a guy named Rice. And the first game covers all of that. In the DLC of the first game, called Dying Light the Following, Kyle travels to the countryside because of a rumor he heard of a possible cure. Things go wrong because why not, and Kyle turns into a sentient volatile. I'll tell you what a volatile is later. Then there is the second, which I really loved. It was a weak when it came to the story, but overall, I really enjoyed my time with it. The second game takes place a decade or two after the events of the first game and has a whole new protagonist. The whole world is infected, with Villador, a fictional city, being the only last human city which is inhabitable on this planet. And that brings us to Dying Light the Beast, which follows Kyle Crane after the events of the first game. After turning into a sentient volatile, Kyle was on the run until he was captured by the GRE and was experimented on by a guy named Baron for 13 years. A woman named Olivia helped Kyle escape the research lab. Now, Kyle has one goal in mind: to get his revenge on the Baron for the years of torture that he was subjected to. The gameplay of Dying Light is first-person survival horror, but what's different than the usual zombie games is that you can do parkour. A lot of time will be spent parkouring the rooftops and scavenging supplies, and that's the whole survival part of the game. The movement of Dying Light is easily the best part of the whole game. You can spend hours going from rooftop to rooftop and it doesn't get boring. But this is not what Dying Light is known for. Yes, it is kind of one of the first zombie games that you can parkour in, but night is when Dying Light does what it does best: make you shit your underwear. You see, things are not scary during the day. Sure, zombies can still get you if you're easily cornered or outnumbered, but you can still break free and get to the rooftops to escape. But what about when the night comes? You see, Dying Light adds a unique twist to its day and night cycle. During the day, zombies are a threat, but it's nothing you can't handle. You can easily take out a horde of zombies like a hot knife through butter if you try hard enough. Because in the day, you are the apex predator. But what when it comes to night? At exactly 7 p.m., you'll hear your watch go beep beep, beep beep. You hear that? That sound means drop whatever you're doing and haul your ass back to a safe zone. Safe zones are places that give you protection from the zombies, both during the day and the night. It's where the game's survivors also live. Safe zones can be apartments, radio tower, or just an isolated island. Because apparently, zombies can't swim. And they instantly die if they get a millimeter too deep into the water. The safe zones are stacked with barricades and UV lights. Because it turns out the Haran virus is not a fond of sun. And because of that, the zombies, they can't stand UV lights. So when your watch beeps at 7 p.m., marking the end of the day, you have exactly half an hour to rush to your nearest safe zone. Because at 7:30, when night comes, there is something else out there with you. Something you don't want to be seen by. One way the developers create the feeling of dread in horror games is by introducing something that the players can't kill. Something that's always following the player, looking for them, and that fighting it is only trying to delay the inevitable. Dying Light does this remarkably well with the Volatiles. In the universe of Dying Light, Volatiles are on the top of the food chain, right above falling from the ledge. They are a special type of infected that are faster than your average zombie. You know what? Scratch that. They are faster than you. And to make matters worse, they are highly durable. So even a hit from your strongest weapon is like hitting them with a rubber mallet. But don't worry, volatiles only come out at night. And night in this game is around, let me check, 13 hours. I'm sorry, since when does night starts at 7 p.m. and morning at 8 a.m.? That's 13 hours of volatiles hunting Kyle for a piece of that ass.
Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy.
There's a mission in the game where you have to get a gas canister to lure a chimera. Chimeras are these big zombie bosses in the game. So I started the mission when it was daylight, which is easy, no problem. But by the time I got the canister and was supposed to take it to a different area, the night was almost there. And night means a shit ton of volatiles. Like I can't emphasize the part shit ton enough. It's almost impossible to not be detected by these fuckers. You might think you'll be safe on the rooftops, right? Oh no. These guys, they patrol streets and they can climb the rooftops when detected. So good fucking luck. Anyways, the mission forces you to drive to the location with the canister, as you can't really defend yourself when you're holding an object. So I got the only conveniently placed vehicle outside the building, and as soon as I got in, within 30 seconds, it was nighttime. You're not exactly safe in the vehicles either. The volatiles can climb on your hood, restrict your field of vision by breaking the windshield, and they can damage your car, which will eventually explode. The first time it happened to me, I just straight up panicked and ran to the mission area because I thought a cutscene might trigger and I'll be saved. How naive I was to think that. 10 out of 10 experience. Would recommend getting mauled by a volatile. Now, if you're wondering how I completed that mission, I pulled a 200 IQ move. And that was, drumroll please, I just waited for the night to end. What the fuck do you want me to do? Go out when those fuckers can smell me from a kilometer away? I'm not gonna do that. I waited for the daylight and then I drove to the mission area. Here's a little fun fact for you. In the universe of Dying Light, volatiles also hunt using scent or pheromones. If you sweat a lot like me, you might as well take off your clothes and scream dinner's ready. Because they are zeroing in on your location in an instant. Okay, so I consider myself to be a realist. And I can confidently say, if I was stuck in Dying Light, I'll give myself a total survival time of 20 seconds tops. I'm not athletic enough, so I can't climb rooftops. I don't have muscle, so I can't even swing a weapon to protect myself. I'm the ideal zombie food. There was a funny bug that happened to me while exploring the dark zones. The dark zones are areas that are filled with loot and some really, really good gear. But at the same time, they also have a lot of zombies. Mainly your normal mindless zombies and howlers that scream to alert the nearby zombies. By the time I was done looting the place, night was already there, so I thought of doing a little experiment. Since volatiles are out at night, I thought that I'll lure one of them towards the entrance of the dark zone. And since the dark zones have very small entrance, they'll get stuck and then I can easily kill them. I did exactly that. I stood at the dark zone, waited to be detected by one of them, and then immediately went inside. The moment I went inside, I felt what is called raw fear. I'll just play the clip for you. Okay, अंदर चलो अंदर कैसे आएगा अभी बंद 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 बंद. So apparently after being detected by the volatile, one of them bugged into the dark zone. Mind you, there's only a single point of entry and exit for the dark zone. This guy just no-clipped inside. Now the only way I could get out of here is by killing this guy. Which brings us to the weapons and the combat system. Dying Light is a melee combat game. There are guns, but the game's main focus is on melee combat. You have your baseball bats, axes, hammers, machetes, bow and arrow. All of them you can customize. Customize in a sense that you can put weapon modifications on them. And then there are guns, handgun, shotgun, assault rifles. Oh, there are also brass knuckles. The combat is fun. I don't have much to complain except the fact that the weapon durability is way too high. Like, I want to use other weapons, but I can't use them if my current weapon won't break. And I'm not going to throw a weapon if it's still usable. The skill tree is okay. It hardly affects your playstyle, but you do get 4 types of skill: combat, parkour, driving slash weapon, and the final, beast mode. Beast mode we'll talk about in the story. The parkour might be the best one since you get the dash ability, and other than that, it's fine. It's nothing big, just serviceable. Techland, the developers, did add 2 new skills: the instant grab escape and improved parkour, which are a blessing. When the game first released, the zombies would keep grabbing you and you have to mash the button to escape. So these skills are very appreciated. Techland also added driving in this game. The first game's DLC called The Following did had a buggy that you can drive around, and it was a fun little addition to the game. While I do like the truck and driving around, running over zombies is fun, there is a downside to it. Mainly that since a truck needs roads to drive on, most of the game's map is just countryside, like farms, factories, get my point. So the area to parkour, which is the main thing that people like to do in a game like Dying Light, it's a lot smaller when compared to other games. I mean, it's still good, but I wish it was a bit more wider, larger, bigger. Uh, One thing I really, really like about this game is how dark the night is. Like, look at this. You can't see jack shit even with a flashlight. And if it's raining, that's the cherry on top. I will show you a clip of me driving around, and it's pure nightmare fuel. Okay, the story. I will talk about the whole story. So this is your one and only spoiler warning. I'll give you 5 seconds. Time's up. Kyle Crane is dead. Nah, I'm just joking. The story continues after the events of the first game. Kyle was captured and is being experimented on by the Baron. The Baron is your staple bad guy in any media, evil scientist who has no morals, doesn't care as long as he can do his experiments. Just imagine what a guy like him would look, and that's exactly what it looks like. The game starts with Kyle waking up while the Baron's men are running some tests, and next to him is another guy who we really can't see. Who could it be? The Beast? The guy wakes up, kills the scientist, and Kyle goes unconscious. Enter Olivia, who wants to help Kyle escape this research lab. So you follow her instruction because it's not like you have any other choice. And here you get introduced to some of the game's mechanics, like crouching, crawling through vents, and beating zombies with your bare hands.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
It's here you're also introduced to the new Beast Mode. Getting hurt, dodging, or parrying fills up the Beast Mode. And once full, Kyle can use the Beast Mode to one-shot most of the enemies. I'm saying most because you still can't kill the Volatiles with Beast Mode. After throwing hands with the zombies, you get a parkour climbing section, and the level ends with a parkour sequence. Completing it, Kyle finds himself in Castor Woods, a fictional city in Europe. And Kyle's reaction is exactly what you might expect if someone visits Europe today.
Trees, a trail, mountains. Where the hell am I?
Castor Woods, a small town in the Western Alps.
Are you shitting me, Europe?
Your next goal is to establish a safe zone, a base of operations, as you might call it. The process for activating a safe zone is same for all of them. Close all the entry and exit points, kill all the zombies inside the safe zone, and activate the power to turn on the UV light. It's kind of like your average Ubisoft radio towers, except I really enjoyed activating the safe zones. Once you're done, you finally get to meet the person who helped Kyle escape.
Crane? Wait, just wait.
Who the hell are
Olivia,
you?
I'm the one who's been talking
What
to
do you want from
I
me?
want to help you.
What do you want from
I
me?
want you to help me get away from this place.
Were you a prisoner too?
More like slave labor. But I wasn't there as long as you. I can't imagine what you've been through. At least now you're free.
No, not yet. Not until that fucker pays for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
But you're in no condition to go after him.
To defeat the Baron, Kyle needs his strength back and some allies. One way to get his strength back is to inject himself with GSB, which is a booster that enhances performance. It's basically zombie steroids because the only way you can get the GSB is by killing these special zombies called chimeras.
Speak of the devil. That Kyle should be a chimera.
But how do we get the... What did you call it?
GSB. Think of it as an energy booster.
And how do we get this booster out of it?
You're going to kill it. Once you do, I'll extract it using a special device that filters it from the blood.
And this is gonna make me stronger?
Boosters circulate in their blood and make them stronger. They should do the same for you.
Should? All right, but one step at a time. First, we'll take it down, and then... we'll see.
Right. Here. This might come in handy.
Killing your first chimera, Kyle is free to explore the open world. And you're free to do whatever you want. You can do the main story, clear safe zones, explore dark zones. The world is your oyster. I decided to do a couple of main story stuff to get a hang of the game. For allies, Kyle goes to a town hall, which is where the rest of the survivors are. Here, you meet the sheriff who is in charge of the town hall, and Jacob, the second in command. The town hall is in a bit of a predicament as it's been attacked by zombies and some other thing.
Mayday! Mayday! We're under attack at the town hall. Something is trying to get in and we can't.
Entering the town hall, you're immediately given a gun. And here's my issue with guns in a game like this. Guns in zombie movies and shows are quite powerful. But to me personally, they don't translate very well in a game like Dying Light. Guns are powerful, sure, but they feel more of a hassle since you slowly become dependent on them. And you also need to find the ammo in case you run out. They also make a lot of noise, something you really don't need when you have zombies that can outrun a 4x4. The main culprit of this is a chimera, and you know what that means? More zombie steroids! But it turns out that the chimera wasn't the main issue, it was something else.
Thank you, stranger. We appreciate the help, but I'm afraid all you did was delay the inevitable. We were attacked by a beast, unlike anything we've ever encountered. It destroyed all our defenses.
Kyle is asked to investigate the beast and he just accepts it. Here's a problem with these NPCs. They are ungrateful pricks. Like, did you not see me fight a 10 feet abomination with my life on the line? A zombie who can flatten and stack you all like pancakes? How about a reward, huh? Oh geez, Kyle, here's a coupon for 10% discount on supplies. But no, go hunt a creature because we're too pussy to leave our comfort zone. Following the beast trail, it's not exactly trail. You just use a survivor sense and follow the footsteps. You hear some radio chatter that the beast is in a train tunnel. So you make your way to the now zombie-infested tunnel and
Oh, shit. Jacob, I lost it.
Where are you?
In a railway tunnel. Went deeper, but I couldn't follow it. Probably made it out the other end by now.
If that's the case, it's far from here. Good. Come on back. There's something else we need your help with.
Oh, fuck.
this is your first volatile chase. And it's meant to show you how dangerous volatiles are and that running is the only viable option you have. Every Dying Light game does this. I think the first one did a better job in introducing to the night chases, as unlike this game and the second game, there's no predefined course. In the first game, you're still new to the open world, so being hunted by a volatile puts you in a panic state and that makes it really hard to get to a safe zone. But it's more enjoyable that way. Here, it just puts you on a straight path. It's still good, but not as good as the first one.
Olivia, it's Crane. Do you copy?
After this mission, you need to talk to Olivia to get the location of next chimera. And this is how the missions play out. You do a mission for one party, then go to the another party, and then return to the first party again. You get the location of the next chimera, which is on a small island. I wouldn't call it an island, it's a piece of land at best. And here, you fight one of the worst bosses in video game history. According to me, obviously.
Shit!
The issue is not the boss, since all it does is leap on you from a vantage point and scoots away to do it again. My issue, which is the buttload of zombies that keeps spawning. This was a very annoying boss fight, but I now understand why first-person games don't have boss fights. Later in the story, you investigate a factory as the Baron's men were seen doing some shenanigans. And it turns out the Baron is actually creating a new strain of the virus. Why? Like, what could you possibly hope to achieve by creating a new virus strain? Is this shitty world that we are already living in is not enough, huh? But no, I'm evil. I will create a new strain.
Damn it! What the hell?
It's breaking out! Oh god! Oh god!
Yeah, so whatever creature that had that strain just escaped. And one way to lure this creature is to use a specific gas. Remember the one that I mentioned earlier, how I had to wait for the night to pass? Yeah, so this is that mission. Delivering the chimera sample to Olivia, you get a call from the sheriff that the Baron himself is in town. Kyle does find the Baron, but not in a way he hoped for.
Sheriff, I'm in the main hall. I've seen a shit ton of his troops, but no sign of the Baron. Sheriff, you copy?
Yep. And I'm sorry, Kyle, but I need to protect my people.
Fuck.
Kyle. I have to admire your fortitude. You just don't give up. I hope you enjoyed your brief taste of freedom. Let's call it a field test, shall we?
Okay, before I show you the rest of the scene, I feel like I have to say something here. So, I'm not the most intelligent person around, okay? But if I'm working with a guy who can break the neck of zombies like it's usual Tuesday for him, and then kill a 10-feet abomination with his bare hands, the last thing that will cross my mind is to betray him. But, you know, different folks, different strokes, and all that kind of shit.
Let's meet your future!
Hold your fire, idiots! I need him alive! Run! Damn it, I need him alive! But you, Crane, I need dead!
Since the sheriff is gone for now, the help from Town Hall is not possible. Jacob mentions a group of exiles that can help Kyle with his Baron problem, as these exiles are people who were also experimented on by the Baron. Your main point of contact is Sven, who shares his location with Kyle telepathically. Apparently, the people who were experimented on gain the ability to telepath, as the virus acts like a hive mind, and it being a hive mind is the only way I could make sense of it. The leader of the exiles is Lydia, and at first she's not very trustworthy of Kyle. I mean, it's not like Kyle didn't just go through 13 years of torture, right?
He was tortured for years, just like we were. He needs answers, just like we do.
Is that what you want, Kyle? Answers?
What I want is that motherfucker's head on a platter. But to do that, I need to know where he's vulnerable.
I understand, but we can't be involved. It's just too dangerous. Please leave.
By now, you can guess what happens next. You need to earn the exile's trust, so you go on more errands until you come across one of Baron's scientists.
Don't shoot. I'm unarmed. Who are you? You don't look like a bandit.
No, I am a scientist.
You work for the Baron?
Yes. Did the Baron send you? Are you here to help?
No, I'm here to find out what the hell you people are up to. What's your name, scientist?
Camilo. Dr. Camilo Marin. I was using the restroom when those savages stormed in. As soon as I heard gunfire, I hid.
Oh, so the Baron hires cowards?
Yes, but look, just tell me what you want. I'll do anything, just don't...
Shut up. Hey, Ray, you there?
I'm here. We leaving?
Not yet. I haven't found any research, but I have something better. One of the Baron's scientists, alive.
A scientist? Great. Let's take him back. Maybe Lydia can make him talk.
Okay, I'm bringing him out.
Camilo's research turns out to be very helpful, as it can enhance the exile's telepathy with the help of a rare substance, which I'll tell you soon what it is. But the end result is that Lydia will be able to mind control any or all infected. Now, that does not sound good, and I was sure that it will end with that cliché trope where the good guy in the end turns bad because they get high on power. In a world that's filled with undead, being able to control them is way too powerful. Anyways, the rare substance that Camilo needs is it's volatile plasma. Because why not, right? And it's not like you have to kill the volatile and take the plasma from it. Oh, no. You have to go to a volatile nest and get the plasma from its larva.
Okay. How dangerous?
In a volatile nest.
Wow. Okay. You know dealing with volatiles is no walk in the park, right?
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't critical, Kyle. But it's your call.
Well, what do you need?
We need a sample of volatile plasma. Preferably from its larva.
Okay, that's crazy. But, well, if that's what you need, fine. I'll get that sample for you.
3.
What? What?
I'm not sure every sample will contain the correct protein. So, just to be sure, we are going to need 3. Each from a different creature.
You got any more levels of difficulty, Doc? Like, should I do it blindfolded? How about backwards?
Forwards is fine.
Once you make your way to the nest, which is inside a cave, you do find some of Baron's dead scientists.
Another one of the Baron's twisted experiments.
Volatiles that can camouflage. You know what, Tackland? Why don't you just give him a pipe bomb and a rifle, and while you're at it, just strap a nuke on its back as well. That will make things very easy, right? The boss fight is easy once you realize that you need to flash the UV light to see the volatile. I didn't figure it out, so it took me a while to kill him. Once this guy is dead, and it's pretty easy from here, sneak into the next, extract 3 samples, and once you do, I don't know how, but the volatiles instantly detect your location like they deployed a UAV, so you get a volatile chase.
UAV online.
Fuck! Oh shit, here we go again.
If you thought that running around is over, then don't worry. The next mission has you exploring a mental asylum.
See that building? It's an old psychiatric hospital. One of the few that hasn't been looted yet.
And you're showing me this because...
For Lydia to reach her full potential, she needs a drug that's kept in that hospital's medical storage room.
And you want me to go get this drug?
We have no one else who can pull this off. No one else with your skill set.
Seriously? I just got back from a volatile nest and now you want to send me on another suicide mission?
Relax. If Lydia's abilities work, you'll be fine.
If they work?
Since Lydia is mind controlling all the infected, there's no real immediate threat unless you get too close to them. Once you find the drug, you need to get out of there as fast as you can, as Lydia will eventually lose control over the zombies.
Looking for again?
A drug called Neurorace. I know it's there.
Fuck.
Kyle, are you there? Kyle, where are you?
You shut the hell up, your voice is bringing them right to me.
Handing over the drug to Lydia and Camilo, Kyle gets a radio that the town hall is under attack by the Baron. The Baron's men are using the red gas to lure the infected towards the town hall. Fortunately, once you fight enough zombies, Lydia will come in for a clutch and take over the infected, including those big-ass chimeras. Everyone makes up, and it's time to get the Baron out of his fortress. One way to get the Baron out of his fortress is to lure him with the beast. How do you lure the beast? You use the red gas. It's always the red gas. Luring the beast into a cave, you get a one-on-one fight with the beast. And this is like a walk in a park. You dodge his attack and then bonk him in on the head. Once he's down, Lydia can control him to make him sane again. And you finally get to know the real identity of the beast.
Time to wake up. Can you hear me? Give me a sign if you can.
Who are you? Where am I?
My name is Lydia. You've been lost inside yourself for a very long time, but I managed to find you and bring you back. Can you tell us who you are? How you got here?
I'm Aiden. My friend Spike and I were trying to rescue someone from the Baron, but it all went to shit. That's the last thing I remember. Until I woke up here.
Who were you trying to rescue?
Him. You're Kyle Crane, right? Spike's friend?
You and Spike tried to rescue me?
We did. Yeah, where is he? Did you find him when you found me?
No.
Well, then the Baron must still have him. We have to go back for him.
You're in no condition to go anywhere.
I'm fine. We need to find Spike. Get him out of there. Who knows what they're doing to him? He's your friend too.
He is, and we'll go get him. But Lydia's right.
Aiden is the protagonist of the second game, and if you haven't played, then you wouldn't care much, but I was surprised. Spike was Kyle's friend in the first game and Aiden's friend in the second, so Spike is a pretty big character, and Baron has now Spike and Olivia.
To me. I want it back. And if you don't comply, everyone you care about will die.
Let me go, you bastard!
Olivia, if you hurt her, you motherfucker.
Spare me the threats, Crane. I have all the leverage here. I have Olivia, and I have an old friend of yours.
Spike?
Tough customer. We tried to make him talk, but he hardly said a word. Did a lot of screaming, though. Bring the beast to my palace. If you don't, I'll turn your friends into mindless abominations.
Jesus. How about easing up on that evil mastermind routine?
You have until noon.
Getting inside the Baron's palace has an all-out war going. You have the Baron's personal military attacking you, and then you have the Chimeras. It's a good final mission. Unfortunately for Kyle, he gets betrayed. Again.
Olivia.
The Baron goes on yapping that all of this was a part of his plan. Kyle getting out, him injecting himself with GSB and all that stuff, and Olivia betrayed Kyle because her dad got infected and the Baron was the only one who could help.
Spike, you came to rescue Crane, but instead brought me an even more resistant specimen. A hybrid who provided the breakthrough I've long been searching for. But now that I have what I need, I no longer need you.
You are a fucking dead man!
Again with the empty threats. Please, it's pathetic. Dr. Morin, I thought we were colleagues working together to create a glorious future. Instead, for no reason whatsoever, you turned.
You're a monster.
Where was I? Dr. Moran, right. Your turn is coming, Crane.
Okay, so I was not expecting that. A lot of time the good guys get saved just before the main villain kills them. But hey, two of them are dead now. You know what? Maybe Baron is not that bad of a villain. 3 claps for you.
But now, you no longer have a future.
I'm so sorry. I was always on your side, but I had to hide it until now.
It's okay. I'm just glad you picked the right side. That motherfucker is mine!
Kill them all!
I'm going after him! Free the others! Spike did not deserve to go out like that.
And I'm gonna make that bastard pay.
Time to end this once and for all.
The first phase is a shootout between the Baron, his men, and our two protagonists. The Baron runs around with a grenade launcher and he can also summon infected. But if you weaken the infected, Lydia can control them to attack the Baron instead. Once his health is down, the Baron injects himself with a perfect serum, which eventually turns him into a chimera.
Itself.
He'll do a leap attack, pound the ground. It's a decent final boss. I like how Kyle drop kicks him off a cliff, which is a classic Dying Light move. After game ending the Baron, a GRE helicopter pops up. You know the evil corporation? Yeah, that GRE.
It's good to hear your voice, Kyle. I guess our story wasn't over.
You? Are you fucking kidding me?
We had to go underground, but we've always been here. The Baron was one of ours until he wasn't. As usual, you proved to be an exceptionally valuable ally. Enjoy your freedom. You've earned it.
I won't let this go. Not this time.
Leave the past where it belongs, Kyle. Focus instead on the good we can do together.
Yeah. I will focus on you.
I love this game. I think it's been a while since I binge play the whole game within a week or two of its release. And the side content is really, really good. I did all of the side quests and the driving challenges, but I do miss the parkour challenges from the second game. I think they should have added them in this game as well. But I guess the main focus was the vehicle. With that, Dying Light the Beast gets my seal of approval. I think this might be my game of the year. Okay, so that's all for this video. I have to edit all of this now. This will take me like a month or two to edit. And yeah, I'll just end it now. Bye bye.